This is going to be a brief tutorial on the technology Sutori.com. This is what the front page is going to look like when you get to Sutori. And I'm going to skip the part about setting up an account or logging in because those are all very easy, self-explanatory steps. Once you get to Sutori, you can do a number of things, but today we're going to focus on students creating a timeline in Sutori. Specifically in this presentation, we're going to focus on students creating a timeline to show plot development. They can show how a plot diagram would work, or a timeline to show the progression of a story. They could also demonstrate plot development and character development through the through the features that Sutori offers. So after you get set up with an account and get ready to go, you would just come up to the right hand corner and click on My Stories. And then once you created classes, you could either come down and create a story, or you could click on classes. I have already set up a class, but you could also come over and just go ahead and get prepared by clicking on stories. In this particular case, I would click on create a story, and you would come down, and in this particular case, we would want to focus on a specific book. So I would insert the title of the book because I would want to do this based on a specific novel. So in this case, I would choose Number the Stars by Lois Lowry. So I would give it the title, Number the Stars, and write a short introduction to the story right here. So you would just want to give kind of a brief overview maybe of the assignment, or a little summary of the book. And again, this would be assignment specific. So I would say the story of a unique friendship between two unlikely friends during World War II. And again, that gives students the opportunity to demonstrate their knowledge, demonstrate their understanding of what they've been reading, and show some creativity and some metacognitive process in how they have read, what they've read, and how they have processed it. Now, insert heading. This would be a place where they could come in and you could give some parameters as far as how the timeline was separated. It could be separated by chapter. It could be separated by sections of the plot diagram. You could come in and give introduction in this case. And you can also add different elements here. So you can click the little add button and you can add text. You can add an image. You can add video links. You can add video from your own computer, or you can add a video link to something from the internet. You can embed code from the internet. You can put multiple choice questions, matching quiz questions. Did you know also offers the opportunity to add text, or you can put a different heading. So as you can see, it offers multiple features for you to really individualize what you're showing your students, or what your students are giving back to you as far as the timeline is concerned. So it's going to offer a lot of opportunities for students to be creative, and would probably require a lot of teaching on the front end, but would really give students a lot of freedom to demonstrate their own skill sets, because as we know, we can give students technology and they really take off with it and give us way more than we sometimes bargain for. Over here, you can add an element. You can add any of those same options as far as text, and they can start typing. So this can be their first opportunity to give us an event. So the Nazis raid apartments in Poland. And again, you can add all of those same elements, or you can link to something else. You can move this wherever you want. You can make comments, or as a teacher, I can also come in and comment here. I can also expand this across, or I can close that space. Then I can come to this other side and I can do the same thing over here. I can add did you know facts over here, or I can even have a question asked and I can present that for them. I'm going to delete this. And when I add that question, I could also come back in the teacher view. So if I was creating this as a student, I could come back in the teacher view and I can also share that question with my entire class via Google Classroom. So if I created a, let's say if I wanted to add an image, I could come over here and I can add an image from my hard drive, or I could copy and paste an image from the web. So that's a great feature. And then I can come down on this other side and I can create an audio link, and I can click and paste something from an audio creator or an audio link from the web, whatever I want to do. And again, the options are endless. And then create that timeline again to show plot development, to show whatever they want to create this timeline. And it's multimedia, it's interactive, it gives the opportunity to create those quizzes. And if students want to work with a partner, which would probably be a great way to have some heterogeneous groupings within the classroom, they could come over and they can share with other people. And so all they have to do is come over, click that share button, add an email address, and click done. And then if I was in a student view, which obviously I'm not, there would also be a button right here beside that share option that said submit. So actually in the student version, there would be a button right here that said submit and a button that said collaborate. So if it said collaborate, the students would click on that and they would be able to type in an email address to work with another student. And then when those students were done, there would be a button right next to it that was identical that said submit. And then as a teacher, when I was finished with this, I would click out of it and I would be able to come in here and I would be able to see all of the stories that were shared with me, and that would give me the opportunity to come in and grade them. So a great multimedia tool for students to really demonstrate their knowledge. Again, they could demonstrate different novels that they had read, different interpretations of the same class novel. Great opportunity for students that were working in literacy circles. Just multiple uses for this technology within the reading classroom.